Tashidelek, I'm Stam Doma. Welcome to the monthly news of TCV School SUJA. Today's headline: Observation of SOS Day in TCV School SUJA, Inter-House Cultural Competition 2022, Sigyong Pembat Singh visited TCV School SUJA, First Term Examination on 25th of July 2022, CBSE result announced on 22nd July 2022. News in details. TCV School SUJA observes SOS Day on 23rd of June 2022. SOS Children's Village is the world's largest charitable organization working not only for the bereaved and deserted children, but also for underprivileged children. It provides not just home to these children, but also a family, parent, and siblings. It works solely towards growing a child into a healthy family, a genuine and a kind human being. It strives toward growing these children into a contributing member who will later carry forward the vision of loving and helping others. Sticking to its motto, others before self, SOS Children's Village celebrated its 73rd founding anniversary on 23rd of June 2022. Now let us look at a thorough description of the day through our reporter Ms. Pema Dawala.
On 23rd June 2022, TCV School SUJA celebrated SOS Day to mark the gratitude of the great person who had founded SOS Children's Villages across the globe, namely Dr. Herman Gemeiner. As usual, there was a function in the school open stage, attended especially by the principal. A live portrait of Dr. Herman Gemeiner with a butter lamp occupied the corner of the stage. This was followed by the singing of the Tibetan and the Indian national anthem. On the very outset, our headmaster, Mr. Ngaung Thuptinla, welcomed all gathered. He called upon our respected principal, who spoke on the life story of this great man, to take lessons from the life of this great man and to try to follow the footsteps of him in developing empathy and compassion. During the function, the winners of the painting competition, held a couple of days back, were presented with gifts and scarf. The morning function concluded successfully. I am Pema Dolkar, reporting from TCV School SUJA's basket ground with our camera woman Tenzin Dedenla. Thank you so much for your precious time.
After the function, the much-awaited finals of Gemeiner Memorial Basketball Tournament was played, organized by students of class 9 and 10 led by Master Tenzin Molamla. The girls' final kicked off with great enthusiasm and excitement. A very energizing and a friendly match was played between women's staff team and school senior girls. Finally, female staff team came out as the winner. The school principal gave away the prizes to all the finalists and the winners. With this, the eventful day had a meaningful conclusion. Inter-House Cultural Competition 2022. A month-long preparation for one of the most awaited and talked about event in the school, the Inter-House Cultural Competition concluded on the evening of 4th July. Nyachi House, the Red House, outshined all the houses and was winner of the coveted competition. Besides various academic programs that are carried out in the school, TCV also plays a great importance to the co-curricular activities. School believes that this co-curricular program has great social, practical, and educational benefits to the students. One of the main aims behind holding this event in school every year is the preservation of Tibetan culture among the younger generations. The political situation of Tibet is such that it has become even more important and urgent for the Tibetans in exile to preserve Tibetan language and culture, which otherwise is being targeted under the Chinese oppressed rule in Tibet. Thus, the Inter-House Cultural Competition is one of the most important non-academic programs that is held in the school every year. It has always been dedicated to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, whose birthday falls on 6th July. This year, in all, about 250 students participated in the competition, either directly or indirectly. The competition was held between 4 houses on 3 different varieties of items, namely a group song, a solo song, and a traditional dance number from each house. The quality and the competency of the performances were proofs that the students and the concerned teachers has worked really very hard for the final day. It was such a power-packed contest, and the audiences were just as excited as the participants to know the result. The auditorium was packed with students, teachers, and guests, It was beautifully decorated, and a very big portrait of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama was set so gracefully on the altar. The main guest of the program was Mr. Jingmin Namgyal, the General Secretary of Department of Education CTA. The special guest of honor was the President of TCV Community, Mr. Sonam Sichula. The event was also witnessed by principal and staff members from TCV sister schools. The chief guest congratulated and admired all the participants and the concerned teachers for bringing out such a high-quality performance from the students despite the 2 whole years of pandemic, with no such activities locked behind the concrete doors of their houses. The prizes were then distributed and coach teachers were felicitated with offering of traditional scarves by the chief guest. Behind the curtain, some of the students were seen overjoyed for their victory, while some were seen with red moistened eyes for their loss. Some were seen consoling their friends, while some were giving high fives. But it's life, and that is what students are taught from very young age at school. Winning and losing are like two sides of the same coin. None is permanent. Similarly, the winner's trophy doesn't stay with one house. It keeps rotating every year, but for this year, it's with the Nyadri house. The event was concluded with an announcement from the school principal, Mr. Chimi Lundubla, of the rest of the day on the following day, which made the children roar with happiness and ended the event successfully. Celebration of 87th birthday of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. 6th July is one of the most important dates in Tibetan history, and Tibetans all over the world remember and cherish with great sense of joy and gratitude. Fondly referred to as Thungkar in Tibetan, this day actually is the birthday of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. His birthday celebration is not less than a New Year celebration in a Tibetan society, so this year was no exception. His 87th birthday was celebrated with even more attention and limelight. TCV SUJA woke up with this beautiful day on 6 July 2022 with great weather waiting ahead, which otherwise was impossible in the peak of monsoon. Students and staff gathered in the school hall attired in their best dresses and looked as cheerful and lively as ever. The unanimity of their jubilation resonated on their faces. Starting with prayers and sangsul, everyone offered their prayers for his long life and his blessings to all humankind. It was then followed by an official function where kathak was offered to his portrait, along with chanting of prayers for his long life. Traditional sweet rice and tea was served to everyone gathered in the hall. Official statements from Kashak and TPIE for the occasion were read to the assembly. Then the cultural performances from each home were presented on the gathering. The tiny tots from the homes surprised the audiences with great performances. They have prepared so well and performed exceptionally good. After the official gathering in the hall, the crowd was dismissed to yet again gather at the school basketball ground for the cake cutting ceremony, followed by the group circle dance. The whole school echoed with birthday song sang by everyone present there. It was such a beautiful moment of jubilation and unity. He is the only one who can unite the Tibetans together. His presence binds us all together and thus brings out the unity in us. Happy 87th birthday, His Holiness. Sigyong Pemba Sring visited TCV School SUJA. Just as excited a child gets when receiving a bar of chocolate, our school's students were excited and thrilled to greet Sigyong Pemba Sring of the Central Tibetan Administration. As a part of official visit to Tibetan settlements in northern India, he visited TCV School SUJA for the very first time after he was voted as Sigyong. In the morning at 11 a.m. of July 2022, he toured and inspected the school campus, namely Tibet Our Country Project Exhibition Room, RDL, Readers of Dalai Lama Room, Senior Section and Home, and the Junior Section. Due to the tight schedules of Sigyong Pemba Sringla, he couldn't address our school staff and students in the school campus, but the 10th and the 9th classes of our school got the opportunity to attend his interaction at the Tibetan residence of Bir Dege and Tibetan Society (BTS) in STS School Auditorium. During the interaction, Sigyong stressed upon the younger generations to assume responsibility for the continuation of Tibet's cause, while extending his comments to the older generations for their dedicated services in the past. Similarly, he underscored the immense contribution and the extraordinary efforts from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who led Reverend Lamas in preserving Tibetan culture, heritage, and establishing firm administration in exile. Before concluding the interaction, Sigyong Pemba Sringla appealed to Tibetan people to be united and friendly amongst each other to prevail in the collective struggle.
ngozi nabachu sonwe kapde dhanare tanda phado nganzo de jizo de chi thakho ro chi ne thuye di kadi chu di chino khons jangmu chu mucho tene yombar ji re ma do ji gi ngaran su rang gi ger gi ngone shuji chesha yu sambaro chimbe ine dinan shinji yong thoya khawre.
First examination 2022. The school has two main exams in a year, namely Summative 1 and Summative 2, in which class levels from 3rd grade to 10th grade participate compulsorily. Students of grade 5 and grade 8 sit for the TCV Common Exam in English, Tibetan, Maths, and Science. As soon as the inter-house cultural night was concluded, the students geared up for their first term examination. The half-yearly examination started on 25th of July and concluded on 30th of July. Earlier, due to the pandemic, most of the academic programs were cancelled, which also includes the annual common exam within all TCV schools, but this year we made it possible. The entire school sat for the examination of this academic session in the school exam hall on 25th of July. The school wished all the students good luck and fair exam. They gave their test with great enthusiasm and anticipation. Big appreciation goes out to all the teachers who equally worked hard to coach and support our students. Thank you all the teachers. After the term break, students will come to know how well they have performed. CBSE announces result on 22nd July 2022. TCV SUJA extends its heartiest congratulations to all the students of class 10 and 12 for their achievements in CBSE Board Exam 2021 to 2022. And profound appreciation goes to those who have scored exceptionally well. The hard work and perseverance that you have embraced and exhibited in bringing the best academic result is highly appreciated and applaudable. The MC members of the school would like to thank the entire backbone of the students, the teachers, and the staff members who have continuously supported and groomed our children in the best way. TCV SUJA compliments you for your efforts and send good wishes for your future endeavors. Here we have Ms. Tenzin Chutso from Junior Section reporting the details about the major events held there, namely English Book Fair and Pop-Up Library.
English Book Fair, Class 6 2022. English Book Fair, mainly aimed at generating reading habit among our children, is being held in our school every year. Different levels of junior classes hold this fair at different times in a year. It is being led by the members of English department. Recently, we had an English book fair at Junior Section Hall. The students of Class 6 shared their stories to the students of lower classes. As we entered the venue, we saw all the participants waiting anxiously with their books in their hands and waving to the onlooker students and teachers to listen to their sharing of the books they have read. The hall was filled with their muttering, and it was so exciting to see their expressions while they narrate their stories. In a nutshell, this book fair went so well with a lot of learning. Now let us look at a thorough description of the day through our reporter Ms. Hanzela and Ms. Kungila.
Just delay everyone, I am Tenzin Kungi reporting from TCV School SUJA Junior Section Hall. Today is 30th May 2022, Monday, and it is TCV School SUJA Junior Section English Book Fair. There are some students sharing their stories and students listening to some interesting storybooks. Now, reporter Hanzi will ask some questions to some staffs and students. Tashi Dilek. May I know your good name?
My name is Tenzin Chokdin.
What is the title of the book that you are going to share today?
It is The Precious and Golden.
Why did you choose this book?
Because it is full of action and adventure.
Are you ready with your story?
Maybe.
If so, please can you share the gist of the story?
Okay. The gist of the story is that there once was a boy that wants to save his mother from the king. So he went to find the beast Medusa. That many brave warriors had been turned into a statue from it. So when he went there, he had few things. He had a sword and a shield. If you look through the shield's reflection at Medusa, you will not turn into a statue. So he used it as a mirror. He threw a rock at one of the cave's the stalagmites, and then the stalagmite came off and sliced Medusa's head off. After that, he put it into a leather bag and brought it home. And then he showed it to the king, and the king turned into a statue.
Okay, thank you. What is your message to our students on this special day?
Okay, so my message here is please read a lot of storybooks, and if you read a lot of storybooks, it is sure that you will grow into a complete human being and you will be happy. And if you are happy, you can do a lot more to improve yourself and to improve the place where you live and the world, to the world that you are living in. That is our aim. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Hanzila and Miss Kungila. Pop-up library in the junior school on 18th of July 2022. All the students of class 6 under the guidance of their librarian Mrs. Dejin Yangzumla had organized an activity called Pop-up Library in the junior school. The main objective of this activity is to encourage students to explore the different books being displayed in the library. It also aims at inculcating interest amongst the students in reading books and just being creative themselves. It took almost a week to get it ready with a lot of students and teachers' hard work. And finally, on the actual day of presentation, some students were given opportunity to talk about the books displayed and their experiences, though all the students were involved in this activity in finding books of their interest, in groups setting up their pop-up libraries in every corner of the school building. All the junior students and teachers have visited their mini libraries and had a great learning experience that day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Didi Shutola. We appreciate a lot for watching our news, and if you're interested, you can visit our website www.tcvsuja.org and subscribe our YouTube channel TCV School Suja News Media Official for further information.